Welcome back into the yarn dungeon. I have my little tea latte here all ready to go because we have another box to open up with our 13 night Halloween hangover box with Muse 2320, and today's is a little bit of squish. So I want to make sure that I have my latte ready to go before I got into it because we have a lot of options for this and I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you. Night number 4 of our 13 nights of Halloween hangover. 50 gram of yarn hank called Hello, My Name is Bob. In case you needed a little refresher, everything in this box is inspired by the new Beetlejuice movie. Please tell me you saw that and loved it because myself and Sarah were both obsessed with it. I mean, the original is original. Like, nothing is going to take its place, but I was so impressed with this movie and I loved it so much. I cannot wait for it to come on video on demand or DVD. I definitely need to have the DVD for my collection. So whenever that gets here, although I think it is streaming already. All right, well, now I'm going to have to double check because maybe that's what I'm going to throw on tonight. This morning, though, I did throw Beetlejuice on because I wanted to cake this up by hand. I kind of go back and forth. It really just depends. I do have an electric yarn winder, which if I'm doing things like blankets or sweaters, I'm gonna do a lot of hanks of yarn. Normally that's my electric one, but this one, just because it's 50 grams and this box was just so special, I wanted the caking process to be a part of the entire ritual of whatever I turned this into. So threw Beetlejuice on, had a little coffee this morning, caked it all up, and this one is really fun to just watch it expand. There are tiny pops of color in here. Also, this character was fantastic in the movie. And the fact that this entire base looks like bone. A plus, Sarah. Like, seriously, this was one of my favorites when she was chit-chatting about what colors we were going to put in here. This was definitely a favorite of mine, which means I want to make it into something that I'm going to wear quite a bit. And it's going to be like a go-to for the winter time for me. After I worked up that spider egg hat the other day with the I Myself Am Strange and Unusual base, I had a tiny little bit of that left. Figured, you know what? It's hat season, so I am just gonna make another beanie with it. So here I have it all caked up, and it is the same base as the first one, the I Myself Am Strange and Unusual. If you haven't used the first one yet, you can definitely use these two together. Like, they're gonna play together really well. One might say they're even designed to work together well. So Sarah posted on her Instagram today that she is casting on a Finch hat. If you enjoy knitting beanies, definitely check that one out. It's a pattern that she already has available, so you can go ahead and grab that and cast on right away today. What I got done this morning, and let me know if we love it because I'm about halfway through, so if not, I have plenty of time. I can go ahead and switch to something else because I was going back and forth between making a beanie or making fingerless mitts. The only reason why I thought maybe beanie is because the other one turned out so fantastic. Okay, and this one looks really, really tiny right now, but I am using a 4mm crochet hook. This is fingering weight yarn, and I'm doing a half double crochet. Okay, I don't want to get it in my latte. Oh, or maybe I do, and then it just smells amazing. So with the half double crochet, it is so stretchy. This is just wildly stretchy, and I have done this pattern before where I just hold the strand and then alternate from one to the other, which is actually kind of nice because I don't need a stitch marker then, and it just creates this seamless little line for the entirety of the pattern. Just has the sandworm vibes to it, and also since I'm doing an entire row and then switching over to the dark row, I feel like the bits of Hello, My Name is Bob are just popping really, really well. Like, it's showcasing it in the best way possible. I think I have 10 or 12 more rows of this. The other one I did just straight up a beanie. I didn't do a ribbing or anything. This one I might want to. I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten that far yet. This is another project that it's really mindless and I can kind of just throw on another movie to watch as I'm working this up. It's also a great project for traveling. I have no plans on going anywhere today. If I want to remake this pattern, I mean 50 grams and 50 grams, there we go. It fits in any of my Notion bags that I have. So what do we think? Sandworm inspired beanie, fingerless mitts. I would probably do the same thing with the fingerless mitts. I'm just leaning towards beanies right now since that's the first thing I thought of and I started right away this morning. Maybe I should just keep going that direction, right? And then I'll have 2 brand new beanies before the winter season because it's really nice right now. I can't stand it when my ears are cold, which is why I make a ton of beanies. And then I can't stand it when they're wet. So I have to have enough to cycle through the week, like ideally 14 just ready to go, especially since there is so much wool in this. Like, it needs time to dry after I wash it. I feel like I'm just talking myself into making this beanie. So we're just gonna keep finishing this one, but let me know what you're gonna work up with yours, or if you're waiting to see everything in this box and then you're gonna get going. I mean, there were so many different directions that you could take this. This one definitely needs a dramatic ribbing to go on the bottom of it, or maybe make like a little pom-pom on it too. It's been a long while since I've done that. I would have plenty of this left. I could go ahead and make a pom-pom and put that on top. Okay, that's kind of adorable. We would definitely see more of the pops of color from here. Just as a reminder, there is 80% superwash merino wool and 20% nylon in here. Since there is so much wool, whatever you make this into, it does benefit to block it. So if we need to have a blocking party, and I can show you kind of how I set things up, because I have that other beanie that I know I said I was going to block last night. I didn't because I just got going onto this one this morning and totally forgot about that. You can have a whole setup and I can show you kind of how I lay everything out. I do it as quick and easy as possible, especially with my handheld steamer. Like, that has just been a game changer for me, because before I used to dread blocking. It just felt like there was so many parts and it would take forever. And I used to submerge my whatever project I had in water and then put it on the blocking boards, where now I just steam it. To say that the dry time has been reduced significantly is such an understatement, but I can block something and then be able to wear it in the evening, like the same day. Block it in the morning, wear it in the evening. It makes the whole experience so much more fun for me. Anyways, I'm just a little impatient. I think that's what it is, especially when my project is finished. I don't want to wait like a day and a half for this thing to dry. So if we want to have a blocking party, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm gonna let you ghouls go for today. But thanks for hanging out with me and checking out another night of our 13-night Halloween hangover box. Cheers, and I will see you in my next video.